mentioned plenty. A bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
On third down, going up top. Finds his big tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Down, West Virginia.
Wide out in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Jayhawks offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you. Go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quick pass on the jet motion. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Cummings. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Heaves it on the run. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the ground game. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers.
Running back searching for a hole.
Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. It's DeMarco. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Cummings. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is why this defense is so good. They get after the quarterback and get him on the ground. That's their third on the day, and they're number one in the country in sacks, and they have been a problem for every offense they've faced.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after making the catch. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. To the air, it's DeMarco. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Cornerbacks have to have great instincts, and they have to have great field awareness. They got to understand where they are and how that relates. You got to understand the sideline's there. So I don't need to get too close to the sideline. He understood that. Understand the receiver didn't have very much space to work with. Takes advantage of it and makes the big interception.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanchez. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. A strike downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Sanchez. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. Coming after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Sanchez. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to throw toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
This kid's got a big-time leg, man. He hit that into the wind, and it looked like that could have been good from 50.
Late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's DeMarco. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, the end of a very intriguing first 2 quarters of football in Morgantown. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. and he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good. But man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against...
Yeah, David,
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, West Virginia. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the LCON. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's DeMarco. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nice move to keep running. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. Good, solid tackle.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with the touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
West Virginia, 17. Kansas, 7.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be brought down.
And your West Virginia Mountaineers will take over.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Kansas offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Jayhawks are threatening in the red zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Mountaineers are in the hurry up. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the pressure gets him back in the 8-yard line.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
He's going to get loose. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind them.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. Slips through the line. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Kansas offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Offense set on 1st down. Dances away again. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to pass, it's DeMarco. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball.
Touchdown, Rock Chalk! What a catch and run for 6. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal forward offense.
Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Got some room to run. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. The offense starts with a short field. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
They bring him down strong. Effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire